Hi, this is Alan Smith here in www.livinginswflorida.com. That's short for livingin southwestflorida.com. You can also visit my client page on Facebook at the Smith Group Realtors on Facebook. I'd love to see you there. You can also reach me at 239-989-1106 or my other number 239-872-7736. Today I want to talk about the cost of waiting for prices to fall. Often we get folks that come down, view a few properties, and they're under the misunderstanding that properties down here haven't hit bottom and that prices are continuing to go down, and so they're going to wait. And really that's going to end up costing them thousands and thousands of dollars, and don't let that happen to you as well. So the cost of waiting to prices for fall, what do I mean by that? Well, the bottom here was officially last April and May. Since then, our prices have held steady in most markets, and they've actually increased for the best buys down here. However, there are still prices coming down for the overpriced homes that are coming on the market, and as soon as they get down to the right price, they sell in a matter of hours. But let me go talk to you about this. Many purchasers have been sitting on the sidelines waiting for home prices to hit bottom. Hate to tell you, you're too late. They already hit bottom over a year ago. So now you're doing nothing but costing your money. We all know that interest rates are rising. They rose about 8.75 in the last few weeks. That costs about $40,000 for the $300,000 buyer over the long run, but we'll get to that. Buyers want to guarantee that they're purchasing at the best possible price, and I understand that, and that's what we do when we go to work for you, is we find you the best deal in the marketplace at the best possible price. However, like them, we also believe that prices still have some room to fall in most markets, depending on the homes, and I'm talking about the overpriced ones, not the homes that are priced right. The best buys right now in the market are priced right. They sell really quick, and they're actually going up in value. So don't let that be a mistake. Also, don't use the valuations on Trulia and other real estate sites. For a $300,000 home, they're anywhere between $50,000 and $80,000 low. I see a lot of people come down using those valuations, and they're totally so far off. They're frustrated. They go home without a property. They can't believe it. It's almost comical. But, you know, I got to tell you, folks, those real estate sites don't go into these homes. They don't do appraisals on them. How they get their valuations, I don't know. Nobody can figure that out. If you look on Trulia, they even say undisclosed, information. So they don't even know where they get their information from. Anyway, we disagree that waiting is a good financial decision, and I'll tell you why. In today's market, with interest rates at an all-time low, prices going up for the best homes, and with only one way to go, that's up, buyers should not be concerned about housing prices. You should be concerned about housing cost. Let me explain. The cost of a house is made up of the price and the interest rate you'll be paying. Two different pieces of news released yesterday highlight this point. Prices. The National Association of Realtors released the fourth quarter housing research report, and in this release they reported that home sales rose 15.4% in the fourth quarter over the third quarter. We saw a 7% increase down here. So if you would have bought last year when we hit bottom, you'd already have a 7% appreciation. But again, you missed out on that because you're waiting for it to hit bottom and it's already gone. So every day you wait, it's only going to cost you more money. NAR also showed that prices remain stable during the rest of the year. That's what our year's done. We've stayed flat. You've probably seen that in some of my graphs and charts. If you haven't seen my latest market report, just scroll down through some of the videos, find the last market report I did, and you can see for yourself the exact numbers for us here in Southwest Florida. The national median existing single-family price was $170,600 in the fourth quarter, and it was up 0.2% from $170,300 in the fourth quarter of 2009. So a buyer who delayed to purchase might find solace in the fact that prices have not increased a whole lot. However, the other news released yesterday paints a different picture. Interest rates. Let's talk about that a second. The primary mortgage market survey was released by Freddie Mac, which showed that the 30-year fixed-rate mortgage was at 5.05%. Today it's 5.875%, by the way. Long-term bond yields have jumped on positive economic data reports, which placed upward pressure on the mortgage rates this week, and it will continue to do so for the next time being. As a result, interest rates on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage rose to the highest level since April of 2010. So prices have remained stable, but interest rates have risen dramatically in the last 90 days, and they are scheduled to continue to do so. The government has to pay for these. There's only two ways that they're going to pay for all the money they spent: higher interest rate and higher taxes. And if you don't think that either one of them are going to happen, you're kidding yourself. So what does this mean to you as a buyer purchasing a home? Well, let's look at this. The price is the same, it just costs you more. I'm looking at a great chart myself, and I'll try to include it in this video for you. But just for today, let's say you took a $170,000 loan at 5.05%, which you could have gotten from me just a few weeks ago. Your payment would be $917. But now, at the higher interest rate, your payment is going to be a whole $75 more than that. Excuse me, the other way around. It would have been $828, now it's $917, or $89.44 a difference in your mortgage payments. By sitting on the sidelines for the past 90 days, you as a buyer have lost $89.44 a month in payment, $1,073 a year, and $32,198.40 over the 30-year life of a mortgage. If you bought a $340,000 home, which is about average for down here, that would double. So that means if you're buying a $340,000 home, it just cost you $64,000 to wait the last 90 days. The bottom line is this, folks: even if prices fall another 10% this year, which they won't, but let's say they do, the cost of buying a home will increase as soon as interest rates go up another 1%, which they're set to do. So buyers should not worry about where prices are going. They should be concerned where costs will be later on in the year. You got to remember, there's more to buying a house than just the price. You negotiate the best price you can, and you lock in the best interest rate for a combined. You also got to keep in mind that if interest rates do fall for some weird reason, I don't know how much farther they can fall. They're at the very, very bottom. If you look at a 100-year scale, the scale starts up here, at 14. I remember buying a house at 14% in 1988. At where we are now is the lowest they've ever been in history, and there's no more room for the bottom. Which way do you think they're going to go? So anyway, folks, more great information coming for you. I've got some 7 things you need to know about being a great investor, as well as 4 ways to tell if your home is overpriced. I'm going to be doing that video here shortly as well. So stay tuned. Look forward to seeing you. Give me a call, 239-989-1106. I'm Alan Smith. Visit us on our website. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.